Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. This week's Torah portion, the Jewish people are about to enter the land of Israel. And the land of Israel has to be divided for the 12 tribes. And the verse says that the way God instructed Moshe to divide the land is according to the sizes of the tribes. The larger tribes should get a larger portion in the land of Israel, while the smaller tribes will receive a smaller portion. But then the verse goes on and says, Ach bigoral. However, through a lottery, it should be determined which portion of the land of Israel each tribe should receive. And so Rashi is bothered by the question. First, the verse says it's determined by the size of the tribe. But then the verse says you make a lottery to determine who should dwell in which section of Israel. And Rashi explains that there are two dimensions to the distribution of the land of Israel. First, look at the tribe size. Obviously, a larger tribe will get a larger portion. A smaller tribe will get a smaller portion. But then the question becomes, which section in the land of Israel should each tribe dwell in? Should the tribe be in the north, in the south, in the middle of the country? So therefore, that was determined through a lottery. They put the names of the 12 tribes in one box, all the sections of Israel in another tribe, and they pulled out a name from one box and a section of Israel from another tribe, and that's the way they matched the tribes to that particular section to dwell in that part of the land. There's a very powerful lesson in life. You see, when you think about life, there are decisions we could make through logic, through analysis, through strategic planning. We could answer many questions with our intellect. But then there are questions that we just don't know the answer to. Should I dwell in this section or in this section of the land? Where should I live? But more importantly, I have many options in front of me. Which career path should I take? Which person should I marry? And endless dilemmas in life that we just simply can't always know the answer to. And therefore, there's a second dimension to life, and that is the goral, the lottery, your fate, your destiny, which doesn't come from your conscious, rational self, but it comes from the superconscious. There's a higher force. There's a lottery in life. God determines everyone's path, everyone's destiny, everyone's purpose. And wherever God places you, by fate perhaps, that's where your purpose is. That's where your mission is. And it's not just geographically, but every circumstance, every situation, every predicament you find yourself in. You're there for a reason. God gave you a purpose there. He put you in the middle of that set of circumstances. It's not coincidental or accidental that you're experiencing something or witnessing something. It's because God is calling on you specifically to take action, to do something. It's your calling. It's your purpose. You would not have been there in the middle of this or witnessing this situation or being a part of it if you didn't have a purpose. Who put you in this situation? It wasn't your conscious self that led you there. You find yourself in that set of circumstances, but it's for a reason. And that's the message. Life is a combination of God saying, use your mind, make the best decisions. But then there are things you cannot foresee. Things that happen that are, as we say, beyond your wildest dreams, totally unexpected. Things that you could not have foreseen. As they say, there are two people who fail in life. Those who don't have a plan and those who always stick to the plan. Sometimes your plans, best laid plans, don't work out because God has another plan for you. And you have to be able to let go of plan A and go with God's plan B. I tell a story about this guy in the shtetl. His name was Yankel. He could never make a living, always struggling. One day he wins the local lottery and he becomes a wealthy man. And in the synagogue, everyone gathers around him and says, tell me, how did you win the lottery? And he said, I'll tell you, it was a combination of seichel, which means smarts, wisdom, intellect, and mazel, good luck. They say, really, how is that? He says, well, everyone knows in Judaism that the number 7 is the luckiest number. It's the best number, Shabbat. It's a holy number. So I figured to myself, if 7 is such a special, lucky number, 7 times 7 is even luckier. But they look at him and they say, 1 minute, Yankel, the winning number on the lottery ticket wasn't 49, it was 48. He says, yeah, that's where the mazel comes in, the luck that I miscalculated. If you look at your life, you will see it's all a combination of seichel. Yes, you had great plans and you worked hard and you had goals, But then there was always mazel, things that happened that you could have not foreseen or planned in your own mind. Only Hashem was able to lead you to that situation, to that path, to that opportunity, to that set of circumstances. As someone once said, the word mazel is 3 letters, Mem, Zayin, Lamed. Mem stands for makom, your place. Zayin stands for zman, time. And Lamed stands for lashon, speech. God put you at the right place, at the right time, and you had the wisdom to say or do the right thing. It's a partnership between us and God. Have a wonderful day.